Okay, fine, friends. Let's share my screen. Okay, my screen is visible to everyone. My screen is visible. My screen is visible to everyone. Okay, wonderful. Yes, thank you, friends. Thank you. Okay, in day one, you have learned about what is cyber security and what are the cyber attacks, and you are just learned about hands-on phishing attacks and various things you learn, like what are the skills needed in to become a cyber security engineer, or how to become a specialization in cyber security. All of the skills have been explained to become a cyber security engineer, or to just go get into cyber security. Just practice were explained to you. And in day two, I just explained about you about uh, to start a career in cybersecurity. First of all, you should know about operating system in day two. Okay, so in day two, I have explained about operating system OS. So what is the use of OS? Like that, we have learned. Okay, so just wait a minute. Okay, fine. Okay, so we have learned about what is OS. So in OS, we have learned about different types of OS. So in OS, we have Linux operating system. Then we have Windows OS. Okay, even they have Windows OS. Then we have Mac OS. Okay, we have Mac OS. So we have different types of operating system. What is the use of operating system? I just explained. To say in short term, normally the operating system is used to interact with your hardware. For example, if you want to interact with your hardware, the operating system will help you. For example, to increase your volume or to create a file in your hard disk, who will help you? Your operating system will be helping you. So we learned about use of operating system. And in Linux or in hacking or in cybersecurity, what are the most popular OS is used? So we have Linux, Windows, Mac OS. But why hackers or cybersecurity engineers or security researchers are using Linux? I just explained about that. What is the use of Linux? Linux is open source. Okay, Linux is a open source, a free open source. So what is the meaning of a free open source? A free means you can just go and download Linux OS and you can install it, okay, and you can use it for free. Open source means the Linux code, source code, also free. You can download this Linux source code from GitHub. Who is GitHub? Linux Stalwarts GitHubs. You can go download the Linux code and you can develop the Linux operating system as you like. Okay, so we learned about a lot of things in last class. Okay, so for that only most of the hackers will use Linux operating system. What is the use? So most of the tools are supported in Linux operating system and you can customize according to it. According to you, you can customize the Linux operating system, and they created a hacking OS, or a OS which is used mostly for hacking is Kali Linux. Okay, because in Kali Linux we don't want to install any hacking tools. Most popular tools is already installed with Kali Linux. So if you install the Kali Linux on your system, you don't want to install top hacking tools. It is pre-installed in Kali Linux. Okay, but if you go for Ubuntu Linux, or if you go for Mint Linux, Linux Mint, or if you go for some other Linux, you should go and install the hacking tools. So this is a major difference. Okay, this is the topic we have seen in day 2 class, and in day 3 class a principle explained about some hands-on about hacking, camera hacking, CCTV hacking, like how the CCTV is open. Okay, he explained about how CCTV is open. So from that you can learn lot of things. For example, most of them will implement the CCTV in their shop, in their house, but they are not configuring the CCTV securely. If they don't configure the CCTV securely, what happens? As principle showed, it will be open for everyone. So everyone can watch your cameras, whatever cameras is recording, everyone can watch it. Okay, he explained a lot of things, so you gain a lot of knowledge from that. So in today's class, from here, from this Linux, we are going to learn hands-on. Okay, hands-on we are going to learn. Fine, what you are going to learn? First of all, before going into Linux, whether how many of them have Linux in your system? Can I know how many of them have Linux in your system? Can I know? I have. Okay, super Kavya. What about others? How many of them have Linux in your system? Okay, don't worry, I'll be helping you to install Linux. Okay, so my second question is, what is the use of VirtualBox? How many of them know the use of VirtualBox? Can anyone say what is the use of VirtualBox? What is the use of VirtualBox? Okay, anyone have any idea about VirtualBox? I think most of them don't have. I'll be explaining you. Okay. Actually, we have laptop. Okay, this is my laptop. Okay, this is my laptop. Okay. In this laptop, I have a Windows OS. When I buy laptop, mostly they will give me with the Windows OS. Okay. So my requirement is we are going to learn about hacking. We are going to learn about cybersecurity, where we will be using Linux OS, Linux operating system. Most probably, which flavor we'll be using? Kali Linux. Kali Linux flavor we'll be using. Fine. My question is, already we have Windows OS in our system. So this laptop is used by, let's take a person called Prem. Let's take a person called Prem. So this laptop belongs to Prem. So Prem want to learn hacking. Okay, he is more interested in hacking, like you all. How you are interested? So only because of interest only, or just present in this meeting. So like you, Prem also interested to learn hacking. So he need you want to install Linux to learn hacking. Kali Linux. Okay. So just wait. Okay, fine. So what you want to do? You want to install Linux in his operating system, but this laptop is used by not only by Prem, it is used by his father, it is used by his sister, it is used by his brother too. This one laptop is shared by with their family. So my question is, you want to learn hacking. So if you want to learn hacking, you want to install Linux on your system. So what he can do? He can erase or destroy this Windows OS in his system. He can destroy this Windows in his system and he can install Kali Linux in his system. It is possible? Yeah, it is possible. It is possible. He can destroy the Windows OS or he can remove the Windows OS, and instead of Windows OS, he can install Kali Linux. Now he can learn hacking. Fine. But what is the disadvantage? If we destroy the Windows OS, Prem will now only going to start to learn Linux operating system. Okay, finally after 1 week after joining in Zetpeak, he just learned about Linux. What about his father? What about his sisters, brother? They are not familiar with the Linux OS. Mostly because mostly Linux OS is interactive with the commands. If you want to install any software or if you want to install any application with your commands, Linux commands only you can install. But in Windows, you can just download the software, double click, that's all. Click, 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 that is called as GUI. We'll be talking about GUI and CLI. What is the difference between GUI and CLI? So Windows is GUI based system where you want to install the software, you can download, click, 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 install, that's all. But in when it comes to Linux, you want to write some commands to install a software. So whether the Prem's father know the command, sisters or brother, whether it will be easy for them to use? No, not at all. It will not be easy. So you can't remove this Windows OS. So what is the second use case, or what is the alternative without deleting or removing Windows OS? What we can do? We can go for dual boot. Dual boot. What is dual boot? What is dual boot? Dual boot means you can install two operating system in your system. You can install two operating system in your system. Okay, that is a use of dual boot. So now what Prem do? Prem is making dual boot on this Windows system, Windows OS. Okay, dual boot. How is installing Linux? Call Linux. Like you have 500 GB. You have 500 GB or disk. So in this 500 GB, 250 GB he installed Windows OS and 250 GB he installed Call Linux. That's all. Okay, fine. So now what happens? Prem installed, already you have Windows OS in his laptop. Now we have Kali Linux 2. Now whether Prem father or Prem sister or Prem's brother is affected? No, because when they power on the system, it will be asking you whether you want to use Windows, machine or Linux machine. You can select. If you want to use Windows, you can just select Windows and you can use Windows machine. If you want to select Linux, you can use Linux machine. But the main disadvantage, the first disadvantage is you can't use both operating system at the same time. You can't use both operating system at the same time. You can use only one operating system at the same time. That is the main disadvantage of this dual boot. Okay, what is the second disadvantage? Second disadvantage is when you go for dual boot, normally what happens? In your hard disk, in your 500 GB hard disk, 250 is Windows, 250 is your Linux. Okay, Linux operating system. Now what happens when it comes to hacking? Prem is new to hacking. When he is new to hacking, what happens? Some error and trial will be there. Am I right? Maybe sometimes he will be playing with a malware, okay, in hacking, or he will play with a virus, and he will be playing with some of the commands. At the time, what happens? If the system is crashed, if the OS is crashed, sometimes this Windows also may be able to crash, or else if this Linux system is affected with any virus or malware, it can be spread to this Windows system also. This is the second disadvantage. So if a Linux system is crashed due to some commands, because he is a beginner, am I right? He will be doing some trial and error method. At the time, your Windows also maybe crashes. So what happens? The files and the songs, MP3, MP4s, all the media files will be erased. But you can take a backup. If you know about cyber forensic, you can go and recover your files. But it's not 100% you can recover files. Somewhat you can recover files in cyber forensics. But now we are not going to learn about cyber forensics. We have different workshop which is coming soon. You can go to our website and register for cyber forensic workshop. Okay, let's come to this concept. So this is the main disadvantage. And what is the third advantage? You want to hack Windows. For example, using Kali Linux, using some tools like Metasploit. We have some tool called Metasploit in Kali Linux. Using the tool, you can hack or you can take access of your Windows system. you can take access of a Windows system, but that Windows system should be in power on state. It should be in power on state. So what happens? You want to hack a Windows system, but he has only one laptop. But in laptop he have Windows system and Linux. Currently he just opened Linux operating system. Using this Linux operating system, you want to hack this Windows OS. Whether he can hack, not a possible, because he don't have another laptop. But he cannot also hack his own Windows OS because it is the power of state. It is in power of state. So he can't buy so many laptops. For hacking a Windows OS, he can't buy another laptop and install Windows OS. For hacking, he can't spend another laptop. Okay, for example, you want to hack another Linux system, or you want to hack another mobile OS. Whether you want to buy another laptop for hacking another Linux system, no, we can't buy. If you are very rich, you can go for it. But for hacking or for testing, you can't buy a laptop. Am I right? It spends more. Am I right? So what is to overcome this disadvantage? What is a solution? What is the solution they brought to overcome this disadvantage? Like we should not destroy Windows OS, but we can go for dual boot. But in dual boot, sometimes you can access only one system. Only one OS can be operated. But you want to hack a Windows system parallelly, so we can't also buy a laptop. And also sometimes if your Linux system crashes, your Windows files are affected. There's a lot of disadvantage. To overcome this, they found a box called VirtualBox. So in this virtual, it is a hypervisor. It's called as, they use hypervisor technology. They use a technology called hypervisor technology. Using the technology, they created this VirtualBox. Okay, they will normally be called as VM, virtual machine. Okay, virtual machine. So we have VirtualBox and VMware. We have two products. VMware. Okay, we have two products. Just wait a minute. So we have two products called. We have a lot of products in industry, but the top products which is used in industry is VirtualBox and VMware. These are the two products. Using this two product. This VirtualBox belongs to Oracle. Oracle company create VirtualBox. This belongs to VMware company. Normally the names, from the name you can identify. These two products, using this product, you can create a virtual machine. A virtual OS machine you can create. You don't want to buy another laptop for hacking. You can create your own virtual machine using these products. Which products will be good? This is a free open source. Means this is a free. You can use it for free, VirtualBox. But this is a paid. Okay, this is a paid. If you have money, you can pay and get this VMware. But there is a product key in most of the websites. You can use the product key and you can activate this VMware. Don't want to pay, but it's illegal. It is not legal, as you know. But you can pay and you can use legally. So most of the top MNC will be using VMware because it is licensed and it also have more advantage than VirtualBox. When you, as industry perspective, they will be using more advantage product only. So VMware has more advantage than VirtualBox as an industry perspective, and it will be more secure than VirtualBox, and it has lot of features than VirtualBox. So in industry, they will be using VMware. As a students, we can go for VirtualBox, which is user friendly. This is not that much user friendly, but it is very user friendly. It has some somewhat features only. It has small features, so you can go for VirtualBox. But I'll be teaching you about VMware, how to install VMware, how to use VMware. I'll be teaching you, but we'll go and learn about VirtualBox. Okay, but both will be working in same technology, same method only. Okay, fine. So what is the use of this VM? What is the use of this VM? What is the use of this VirtualBox? Okay, this is a virtual machine. How we will be creating a virtual machine? Using VirtualBox or VMware? We will be using VirtualBox. VirtualBox, VB. Short form I will be calling as VB. VirtualBox. So what is the advantage? Okay, the first advantage is using this VirtualBox, you can create n number of operating system virtual machine. You can create n number of virtual machine. Like you can create using this VirtualBox, you can create a Linux virtual machine. You can create Mac virtual machine. You can create a Windows virtual machine. Like that, you can get lot of operating system and using this virtual machine in a single laptop. So first of all, what you want to do? You want to install this VirtualBox in your system or laptop. You want to install this VirtualBox on your system. After installing, using this VirtualBox, you can create a lot of OS, means operating systems. You can get a lot of virtual machines. Okay, like you can create a Kali Linux virtual machine, and you can create Ubuntu virtual machine. You can create a Windows virtual machines. You can create Mac, etc., etc. But based on your system configuration only, you can create. System configuration is must. Like if you have 4 GB RAM, you can create around 3 virtual machines. That's all. But if you have 16 GB RAM, then you can create around 5 to 6, 7 virtual machines. That's based on the configuration only. You can create your virtual machines. Okay. So the advantage, see, in dual boot we can't install more system, but in VirtualBox you can create more virtual machines. So first disadvantage overcome. So second disadvantage, okay, if your Linux system is crashed, your Windows is affected in dual boot. But if your system is crashed, if your virtual machine is crashed, your Windows will not be affected. Your Windows will not be affected, because that is how they made this VirtualBox. If you are testing with virus in this virtual machine, your Windows system is not affected. So second disadvantage is overcome. Third disadvantage, you can access at a time. For example, you can power on this Linux, you can power on this Windows at a time, and you can use it. You can power on any number of OS at a time, and you can use it parallelly. Third disadvantage is overcome. So this is a most advantage of VirtualBox. Clear, friends? And also this is the most product which is used in industry. Okay. But nowadays VirtualBox is used in industry, but this VirtualBox is also VirtualBox means that virtual machine technology also overcome by lot of technology like cloud. We have Docker, etc. I'll be explaining about high-end technology in your future class. Okay, but as a beginner, we'll be using VirtualBox. Okay, clear about VirtualBox. Friends, first of all, you just understand that before learning something or before using some product, you should understand why should we use this product. Because I will not say all the institution, but some of the institution, what they'll say, go and install VirtualBox and install Kali Linux. That's all. Start your hacking. What is the use, friends? What is the use? End of the day, what is the use? Okay, you don't know what is the use of VirtualBox, and you just installing the VirtualBox and start installing Kali and start your hacking. Then what is the use of using that product? If any problem occurs in that product, how will you know? So you should know how the product works and how the product is useful for you. So only you can suggest for it to someone. For example, now you know what is the use of this product. Like if your junior comes, bro, I need to learn Linux. So can you? But I have only a Windows operating system. I can't buy another laptop. Can you suggest some solution to it? Then you know the use of VirtualBox. You can suggest for him. Yeah, you go for VirtualBox and install it. In VirtualBox, you use Linux, install Linux, and start learning about Linux, so that your Windows system don't want to remove it. So you can suggest for any number of people. But if you don't know the use and just blindly installing it and use, what is the use? You can't suggest for anyone, and you don't know about the mechanism. Okay. So only I just explain for 15 to 20 to 25 minutes about this VirtualBox. Clear to everyone about this VirtualBox? Clear? How many of them clear? Great idea about this VirtualBox. If yes, just drop a message yes on chat. Clear? Okay. Everyone is clear about this topic. Wonderful. Thank you. What about others? I need response from everyone so that I can grab that you all understand about VirtualBox. Okay, yes, thank you. Super, super. Fine. So, as I said, VirtualBox, this VirtualBox is a free product. You can go for Oracle website and you can install for download it for free. And also you can install it for free. Okay, let's do it. Okay, fine. Let's go to VirtualBox website. I think my screen is visible to everyone. Let's type VirtualBox. That's all. You go to VirtualBox. It will be going to the official website. Click on this Oracle VirtualBox. Okay, just click on download. After click on download, click on Windows, because we are going to use, because I have Windows system, I want to install this VirtualBox on my Windows system. So click on Windows. So the software will be downloading. Started downloading. It's around 105 MB. That's all. After downloading, you can just double click and install. Next install. That's all. Very easy to install. Okay, double click on it. Just wait a minute. It will be asking for yes or no. You want to install, am I right? Just click on yes. Okay, it will be asking for yes or no. You want to install, so click on yes. See, that's all. Okay, that's all. See, that's all. This is a VirtualBox. See. Okay, next. That's all. Next. Yes, install. That's all. But I have already installed, so I'm not going to install it. Okay, if you click install, it will be installing. That's all. But I have already installed. See. So click on install. Your VirtualBox will be installed. Just I'm giving cancel. After installing, you will get finished. That's all. Now I'm opening my VirtualBox. See, this is how my VirtualBox will be looking. So can you see my VirtualBox? This is how the interface of VirtualBox. So in my VirtualBox, I have two VM virtual machines in this VirtualBox. What is a virtual machine? Normally your physical laptop or computer is called as machine. Then virtual machine means you are using that machine, you are creating that machine virtually. That is called virtual machine. Okay, so we have two virtual machine. Okay, I just already installed two virtual machine called CentOS and Windows operating system. Okay, fine. So now we want to install Kali Linux. We want to install Kali Linux on top of this VirtualBox. After installing Kali Linux, you will be getting another operating VM called Kali Linux. Okay, fine. To create Kali Linux, before creating Kali Linux, what we need to do? Okay, fine. I'll be saying there's a two process, friends. You can install Kali Linux manually. Manually you can install, or you can go for automate installation. It will be installed automatically. Okay, whether you can go for manual or you can go for automate. Okay, it's based on your wish. Okay, so I'll be teaching you both the thing. Okay, I will be teaching you both the thing, how to install Kali Linux manually and automatically. So if you have time, then you can go for manual installation. Okay, if you have time, you can go for manual installation. But if you don't have time, you can go for automation installation. But what is the difference? I'll be saying you. In manual installation, you can do your configuration. Like you can give your name, you can give your own password, you can configure everything in your manual installation. Okay, but in automated installation, it is configured pre-configured, so you don't want to configure. That is the use of automated installation. So to download a automated file, you should go for Kali website. Kali Linux. Okay, just type Kali Linux. Click on this website. go for download. Now we are going to do automate installation of Kali. So for that we need ISO file, a file, Kali file. So you go for this virtual machine. See, you go for this virtual machine, click on this virtual machine. So in this virtual machine, you should go for, we are not using VMware, we are using VirtualBox. So click on this 2.6 GB. The file size is 2.6 GB. So it is started downloading. Okay, so it takes some time. After it download, you can just you can install your Kali Linux within 2 minutes. This is the use of automatic installation. You can install Kali Linux within 2 minutes. Okay, within 2 minutes you can just install the Kali Linux fastly. Okay, but we need a files. Okay, but we need this file. It takes some time to download. Okay, fine. And also to install this Kali Linux, you need some extension pack. Okay, because now we are going to install Kali Linux automation using automatically. So this file name is called as OVA file. The file we are downloading is called as OVA file. So to support this file in our VirtualBox, if the file want to support in your VirtualBox, you need some extension support to install this OVA file. To install this automation Kali Linux file in our VirtualBox, you need some support. For example, if you want to run a long running race, you need support like some juice to get energy. Am I right? Like same way, to install this automated file, you need some support. Okay, you need some support from someone. Okay, who is that? Extension pack. You want to download this extension pack. Help of this extension pack only, this OVA file will be installed automatically in your VirtualBox. To install this OVA file in your VirtualBox, you need this extension pack. Where to get this extension pack? You can get from VirtualBox website. Type then VirtualBox. Okay, when you go to VirtualBox website, you will be getting like if you don't have extension pack, then you can't install that automate Kali Linux in your system. So you need of extension pack. Just click on download VirtualBox. Just scroll down. See, extension pack. We have some extension pack, virtual machine extension pack. So click on this all supported platform. See, a green color box downloads. This is extension pack. It takes around 17.7 MB only. Okay, just download fast. This extension pack only help you to install your Kali Linux automatically in your VirtualBox. So you don't want to install manually. So after downloading this, just double click on it. Okay, just open this and double click on it. Okay. After double click on it, it will be automatically installed in your VirtualBox. See, after double clicking on your file, just wait a minute. See my VM. I'm going to double click on it. See, I'm going to double click on it. After double click, what happens? It will be installed automatically. See, after double clicking on it, it will be asked for accept this agreement. I want to accept this agreement to install this extension pack in my VirtualBox. I agree. That's all. It started downloading the extension pack. See, installing the package. See, name Oracle VM VirtualBox extension pack. It started installing. But I have already installed extension pack. I have already installed extension pack, so don't worry about it. That's all. After installing extension pack, you can go and install Kali Linux. Okay, that's all. Okay, so just wait a minute. I'll be closing this. It is still open in more time. Fine. it takes some time. Any doubts, friends? If you have any doubts, you can ask till it downloads. If you have any doubts, you can ask. By side, you can also install that extension pack and VirtualBox. You can do the setup. Any doubts you have, you can ask. Have any doubts? Any doubts, friends? And after downloading VirtualBox, okay, just go and download the VirtualBox. Okay, after downloading the VB VirtualBox, go and download the Kali Linux VirtualBox file. After downloading this, you want to install this in your VB VirtualBox. For that, you need some support, and for the support we need extension pack. Go and download the extension pack and install it. After installing, then you can install this Kali Linux in your VM within 2 minutes. This is a use of automation. 2 minutes. After installing 2 minutes, within 2 minutes, what you will install? You will be installing Kali Linux. After that, you can go and use your Kali Linux. That's all. You can go and use your Kali Linux. Okay. So that is a purpose. So if you have any doubts, you can ask till it's download. It takes some time. Around 9 minutes it's left. So and after that, I will be explaining how to install it in your system. It takes around 2 minutes. That's all. After installing, in future class, we'll be learning about Linux operating system. Like directly we will go and learn about all Linux commands. Okay, we'll be learning about Linux commands. We have lot of Linux commands, so we'll be learning about Linux commands. After installing Kali Linux, we'll be learning about Linux commands. Okay, after learning Linux commands, we'll be going and learn bash scripting. Okay, we'll be learning about bash scripting. So what is the use of bash scripting? After learning this Linux command, we'll be learning how to automate this Linux command using bash scripting. Okay, so bash scripting is a Linux scripting language. Using this, you can automate more things, like sending mail automatically to your friend. You can just automate your mail to your friends, etc. using this bash scripting. Using this bash scripting knowledge, you can create your own automation tool in hacking. Okay, fine. After learning bash scripting, we'll be go and learn about networking and servers, because in hacking we should know about networking and servers concepts. So we'll be learning about networking and servers. So after learning about networking and servers, we'll be go and learning about cyber attacks, detail about cyber attacks. Then we'll be learning about more about hacking tools like Nmap. Nmap is used for network pen testing or network testing, etc. It's one of the most important tool which is used in industry, one of the famous tool. Then we'll be learning about Wireshark. It is also one of the network pen testing tool and packet analyzing tool. One of the famous tool is used in industry. We'll be learning about this. Then we'll be growing and learn about Metasploit, one of the famous tool used to hack Windows 10 and your mobile phones, and you can hack servers, etc. What are the vulnerable machine you have? You can hack using this Metasploit tool. We'll be learning about this Metasploit tool. After learning this Metasploit tool, we'll be going and learning about, we'll be entering into cyber security technology, because as I said, we have lot of domains in cyber security. These are the basics. Okay, these are the basics to intermediate. Okay, after learning this is a level 1 in cyber security. After finishing this level 1, we'll be going and choosing the cyber security domain. In cyber security, we have lot of domain. Okay, in cyber security we have lot of domain. We'll be choosing the domain. What domain we are going to learn about? SOC, Security Operations Center, one of the famous domain. We'll be learning on it. Okay, so we'll be learning about SOC, and in SOC, what are the tools are used, what are the SOC tools are used, and how to find phishing attack, how to do a malware analysis. lot of things we'll be learning this SOC. So end of this, I'll be giving some interview questions where you crack the interview using these questions. Okay, in any internships or any job you can easily crack. So this is how we'll be going, like week 1. In week 1 we'll be learning about Linux. In week 2 we'll be learning about bash scripting. Okay, in week 3 we'll be learning about cyber attacks, networking concepts, server concepts, etc. In week 4 we'll be learning about more about nmap, wireshocks, etc. More metasploit hacking tools. Then we'll be learning about how to do phishing attacks, etc., etc., analysis, etc. And then we'll be in week 5. In week 6 we'll be going for SOC. What is SOC? How the technology works, and see what is SIM and what are the SIM tools are there, and then interview questions. So over around 6 weeks you'll be ready to become a cybersecurity engineer. So you can just go and apply for any internship. After this 6 weeks you can go and apply for any internships or jobs, and you can make you a expert in, I can't say expert, you can start your career in cybersecurity after this 6 weeks. Okay, so this is how we planned for you. So okay, and just wait, I'll see whether it is download or not. Okay, it's going to finish it download. Any doubts, friends? Any doubts in the what I discussed? Any doubts you can ask. Okay, any doubts you can ask, and just wait for a few minutes. It's going to finish. Download is going to finish, and Pragesh Bro is available. Pragesh Bro is available. Okay, I think Pragesh Bro is. Yes, bro, you can explain about that our New Year pass, etc. Bro. Yeah, can you unmute? Just wait a minute. Okay, okay, fine, fine, fine. I can understand. Yeah, I gave the access, bro. Just after Pragdish Bro instruction, I'll be teaching you how to install Kali Linux automatically. Okay. Yes, bro, audible, bro. Your voice is audible. Friends, whether my screen is visible? My screen is visible, just drop on chat. My screen is visible, friends. If it's drop on chat, I will teach you how to install Kali Linux Automate because it's downloaded successfully. My screen is visible to everyone. Okay, thank you, thank you. See, the zip file is downloaded. I got a zip file for automated Kali Linux. Right click on it, extract here. I'm just going to extract it. Okay, it started extracting. So it start extracting. Let's wait for some minutes. Before that, I'll be explaining about that website. About our website, we launched new features in our website. Just wait a minute. See, in all events, you can go for any courses. For example, if you want to watch website development, you can click watch replay. You will be going to our official website. Okay. See, you can go and enroll to this course. If you want, you can go to enroll this course. See, you can go and enroll to this course. I think my network is too slow. Wait a minute, I'll switch to my Wi-Fi. My network is too slow. Yeah, now it's fine. Okay, so you can go and enroll to our course free. It's free only. You can go and watch it. But before that, you want to create an account. You want to create in our account in our website. So you can watch any videos, past events. You can go and watch it. It's free for all. And we are going to conduct a Windows hacking. Okay, like in this Windows hacking workshop, we'll be learning about how to hack a Windows 10 operating system. This is one of the more Windows. Okay, how to hack Windows 10 because there is a bug. There's a bug in Windows 10 and Windows 11, and I'll be telling how to hack Windows 11 too. Okay, Windows 11. There's a bug in Windows 11 and Windows 10, 7, 8, everything. So how to using that bug, how to hack Windows 10, 11. Help of this without username and password. Without your username and password, you can enter into your system. That means you can break this username and password and you can get into your system. This workshop will be very useful. Why? Because if your laptop is locked, if you don't know username password, you can remove this username and password and you can get into system. So a lot of things, and how to remediate this I will be explaining you. So if you're interested, you can join. Okay, and upcoming we have a lot of classes. Like if you're interested in our live classes, you can go and, as Pradeshwar said, you can go and just enroll to it. Okay, and why we kept a lot of, there is some bug. Using that bug we can hack. Okay, there is a bug, so using that bug we can hack. So I just go to my enroll page. I think my network is too slow. Okay, fine. Actually, why we kept a separate course? Why? Because if you want to become if you want to get into cybersecurity field, or in cybersecurity career, you want to start your cybersecurity career, you should know Linux. You should know networking and system concepts. You should know about cybersecurity attacks, tools, etc. You should know Python. You should know bash scripting. Okay, like that you should know, and you should know SOC, that domain which I said. You should know all of these things. So only you can get into cybersecurity. So if you learn all of these things, you can just easily crack some interviews. Okay. So why we kept a separate course means, as a student, the total cost of this course is, you just see, the total cost is around 3,330. Okay, like around 3,000. But if you go for bundle, Pradeshwar will give some offer. But why have we kept a separate course? Why? Because 3,000 can be affordable for every student. Am I right? A student can affordable for 3,000. Most of us, 70 to 60% of the student can provide 3,000 and they can learn. But what about the remaining 20% of students? They can't affordable this 3,000 also. So only what I said, we'll be separating the course. We'll be starting with Linux. If you don't have 3,000 rupees, don't worry. you can just go for Linux. First you enroll for Linux, pay 666, just pay 666, that's all. Just remove all of these, because we'll be starting with Linux course. I'll be teaching top to end about Linux commands, etc. So first you learn Linux, just pay 666. Okay, just wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute, my screen is. Okay, just you select Linux and you can go and pay and learn Linux. Okay, after learning Linux, go for networking, then cybersecurity. If you don't have 3000, okay, you can just pay partially and you can learn, start your career. You can just save your money from your savings, okay, because using 666, surely you can save, because it around cost a movie ticket. If you go to a movie with your friends, it costs around now. So you can save this money, you can increase your skills. Just increase your skills and your skills will give you more money, because end of the day, if you have skill, you will be going to a big company for a good job, then you can get a lot of things using that money, etc. So just concentrate on your skills. That's what we have separated this course 666. Okay, fine. Let's go and see about Kali next. Just wait a minute. Whether it is extracted, I think so. Yeah, it's going to finish. Yeah, I got it. See, I got my extracted file. Okay, I got my extracted file. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to open this folder. After opening this folder, I'm going to just double click on this file. Okay, I'm going to double click on this orange color file. After double clicking on it, the Kali Linux will be installed within few minutes. It is installed automatically. See, I'm going to double click. After double click, more apps. Wait a minute. Why it's not selecting automatically? Okay, when you double click, it should select automatically. If it's not selecting automatically, just open the virtual box, click on this file, input appliance. Can you see input this appliance? Go to this folder icon and click on desktop. We are calling Linux. All the files. Why it's not showing? Let's check. See, double click on it. Just double click on it. See, that's all. My virtual machine is created. That's all. My operating system is created. Just double click on this blue color file. Okay. Just double click on this blue color file. After double clicking on this blue color file, your operating system is created in your Kali operating system is created in your virtual box. Now what happens? You want to power on. It is in power off state. You want to power on this Kali Linux. Just click on start. That's all. After clicking start, your Kali Linux will be powered on. See, within few minutes, like I think within seconds, I can say, not at all few minutes, within a seconds, the VM is installed in my virtual box. How fast it is installed? Okay, this is automated using extension pack. So now my operating system is started. That's all. I got my Kali Linux. That's all. This is the use of automation Linux. How to install Kali Linux automatically. So it is powering on. So as I said, this is installed using automate. So we didn't configure manually. So the username and password is configured automatically. Automatically they configure username and password. So what is the username and password? I'll be telling you what is the username and password. But when you go to manual Linux, manual installation of Kali Linux, okay, just wait a minute. Okay, when you go to manual installation of Kali Linux, you can keep your own username, you can configure your own username, you can keep your own password in your manual. But in automation, the username and password is prely configure. Okay, let's see. We'll be getting, see, we got the screen. What is the username and password? Username is Kali. I think password also Kali. See, that's all. My username and password is Kali. Okay, it is configured automatically. Now it's open. See, after sometimes it will be opening. See, it is open. That's all. Now I can start using Kali next. So I have lot of tools. See, we have lot of tools installed pre-installed. See, we have lot of tools for information gathering, vulnerable analysis, web application analysis, database assessment, etc. Fine. Any doubts you can ask. We have today class we learned about what is VirtualBox and how to use VirtualBox, how to install VirtualBox, and how to install Linux automatically. Manual installation I'll be explaining in your future class. So today is the end of the workshop. So in this 4 days workshop we learned lot of things. So if you want to start your career in your cyber safety, you can go for the course. You can go and enroll to our course. Okay, so just you can go and enroll for our course. Okay, fine. Any doubts you can ask. Any doubts? Bro, and the pass is ready, bro. That New Year pass is ready. Prince bro, are you available? Yeah. And some more update Prince will be saying. Just okay, there is update for there is some new surprise for New Year. We'll be updating in a WhatsApp. Those who attend this workshop, you have surprise in your WhatsApp. Okay, fine. So that's all I think so. Any doubts you can ask, friends. Any doubts you can ask. That's all about today's class.
So actually, the offer will be like for this new year, you're gonna get all this Zetpeak workshop for only for rupees 23. Okay, for rupees only 23, you're gonna get all the Zetpeak workshops.
Workshops like just wait a minute. Like we are going to launch a new offer. So for 1 year, you will be getting all our workshops for free if you enroll to this pass. All the workshop for free. Second, you will be getting all the recordings of the workshop. If you miss the workshop, you can get your recordings. Third, you will be getting the certificate, participant certificate for all the workshop, etc. Okay, bro, I think what is the cost of it? 133 or 223? 123. The cost of this pass is 123. Okay, a fancy number 123. You can spend 123 and you can attend our all free workshops plus certificates plus recordings and also paid workshop. Our paid workshop also you will be getting for free. So what happens for coming I think Tuesday we are going to launch a Windows 10. Okay, Windows 10, how to hack Windows 10. We are going to launch a workshop. There is a paid workshop. Okay, because we can't launch this workshop in YouTube. Okay, only the people who enroll to this workshop will be getting the access to come online and interact with me. Okay, this is a paid workshop. So if you enroll for this pass, 1 year pass, this workshop will be free for you because you will be getting 1 year membership. If you pay 123, you get 1 year membership from Zetpeak. All paid workshop, free workshop. In paid workshop, you will be getting certificate like content also free for you and recordings also will be provided. In free workshop, you will be getting the recordings, you will be getting the certificate, support, etc. Okay, I think for 1 year you can spend 123. So the payment link will be launched in the group. Okay, the payment link will be launched in the group. So any doubts you can ask. Kept it 111. Yeah, 111 also a fancy number. You can just ask Pradesh to go for 111 when they started the class. Okay, we'll be starting the cyber Linux. First of all, we'll be starting in the Linux. We'll be starting Linux from January. Okay, from January. Most probably I'll be saying about the classes. Okay, so if you enroll for the next course, or you enroll for a bundle, cybersecurity bundle, the classes will be at 7 p.m. Okay, classes will be 7 p.m. every day. You will be having every day 7 to 8 p.m. Okay, you will be having Monday to Friday. You will be having classes Monday to Friday. If you miss the class, you will be getting the recording too. If you miss the class, you will be giving a recording. The course duration is 6 weeks. The course duration is 6 weeks. So if you have more doubts about the course, you can join. And Linux, if you are interested in Linux, you can go on for enroll for Linux. Same only, but the course for 1 week for Linux. Okay, so it will be a lot of things, and you can see the dates. Okay, you can see the dates in our official website. Okay.
And then the course will be, the cybersecurity course will be surely conducted on next year. Okay.
Yeah, that means 2023. Okay.
So I will be sharing the certificate link in the chat.
Yeah. So Windows hacking workshop is January 10. If you are our membership, if you buy our membership, then this paid workshop will be free for you. Okay. That is what I said. And also you can go for courses page. Okay, fine. I didn't share my screen. Okay, fine. Just see my screen. I'm going to, yeah. Yeah, in all events, you can go for this Windows hacking. But if you are buying our membership, don't want to enroll for this course, because the course will be free for you. Sorry, the workshop will be free for you. If you are getting our